da jalil de raise Champions League ek hath gas mein hanguman kick ve java naramenne bhagi dulanne bhidi daste goal ek gannai sit sarasenne samarok venne sabdeta denne one heart. One game, one heart. Champions League, this is where we start. Together we dream, together we fight. We are the champions. Under the light.
Football போத மொழியே இரங்கள் போதங்கள் கடந்திடுமே ஒன்றாய் நின்ற பயணித்தொன்றாய் எல்லைகள் தாண்டிடுவோம். The lights are shining, the crowd will roll. This is the moment we waited for. The passion's rising, the call is clear. The Champions League is finally
One game, one heart. Champions League, this is where we start. Together we dream, together we fight. We are the champions. Under the light.
We play for love, pride and fame. For every child who dreams again. No borders here, no fear, no end. Just one dream that we defend. மரங்கள் கிக்காகவே களத்தில் உறுதியாய் மின்னவும் நாமே. Champions League வரவே உணர்வதற்கே தருமே.
Cheer ekai kemak denne kollo set ekama ek wenne goal ekata kick එක denne Champions League mein aramenne one game one heart Champions League satanai aramenne didi denne jaya ganne එක සිහිනට අපි යන්නේ one game one heart Champions League where dreams take part raise your flags feel the art football one game one heart hey oh one dream one star hey oh one game one heart Champions League forever we play the spirit of football leads away
Welcome back live to the Racecourse International Stadium. It's the first game in Group B in Week 5. Solid SC taking on Moragasmulla SC. A mid-table clash. Up for grabs under the lights in Racecourse International Stadium. To get you through the game, I have Bilal Marikara with me. Good evening, Bilal.
A very good evening to you, Atif. And we are in for a cracker of a game here tonight at the Racecourse International Stadium. Because the weather, we have a 79-degree humidity. If you do take a look around the ground, there is not a lot of breeze around the ground as well. So the players will have to cope with that, and the temperature is at a 27 degrees Celsius. Not a lot of rain tonight. There are just some clouds in this tonight here at the Racecourse grounds. Because these are the broadcasting channels that you can catch us live on. You can watch us live at the Sri Lanka Football Facebook and YouTube pages, and also the Papare and Supreme TV as well.
And as we look at the points table in Group A, St. Mary is sitting quite comfortably on top of the table with 7 points share, and Pelican SC also with 7 points under their belt. Sri Lanka Police followed in the third place. Then you have the Solid SC outfit and Moragasmulla SC, both 4 points under their belt. And Matara City Club, then Super Sun will complete the points table in Group B. Still a very open group here in Group B. A lot of football yet to be played in this campaign, Bilal.
Definitely, Atif, and Solid SC and Moragasmulla SC. This match will be one that is quite important to them because they need to get that top 4 spot in order to secure berth for themselves in the second round. And both of them, it's do or die for them in this stage of the tournament. They have to make sure that they secure win for themselves if they are to, of course, compete in the second round.
Definitely a win here will be very important heading towards that all important Super 8 rounds. And Solid SC have played only 3 games, but they have recorded 1 win, 1 draw and 1 loss. And here are the fixtures and results so far this week. We had Crystal Palace take on SLTB. They had a field day, Crystal Palace against the Sri Lanka Transport Board. Then under the lights yesterday, Saunders winning the favourites, New Star SC. Quite a surprised output from that game, Bilal. And Javelin won all 3 points against Negombo Youth FC. Negombo Youth did show some resilience towards the end of the game, but Javelin, they did manage to hold on to their lead. And now we have the all-important mid-table clash, Solid SC taking on Moragasmulla. And as we speak, both the teams will be taking on the field following the FIFA flag. Always a good feeling to walk out here at the racecourse under lights, isn't it, Bilal?
Definitely, Atif. Both these teams will be hungry for a victory here today. Both of them do have the potential to go all the way in this tournament. They just have to make sure that they are good on their day. Was something to note of the Moragasmulla team as well. They do not have any foreign players between their ranks. While Solid FC, of course, have a number of foreign players in their ranks, bringing in a lot of experience and a lot of skill as well. So it will be an interesting matchup between these two teams.
Definitely that number of foreign players will come into play later on in this game, but so far Moragasmulla has done decently throughout this campaign, recording 1 win, 1 draw and 2 losses. Not the best thing to have under your belt, but Moragasmulla SC will be looking to turn things around from their disappointing performance in last week against St. Mary's. They got a hammering from the boys from Jaffna. St. Mary's netted 4 goals past them. John Lavani was the main architect for St. Mary's. And here are the match officials for the day. Sampath Lena Gunawardana will be officiating you through these 90 minutes. Kushan Indika, Dinesh Pidikala will be his assistants in the lines. And Chatura Maduranga will be the reserve referee for tonight. Solid SC led by S. Jnanarupan rather, and Muhammad Shifan in that number 4 jersey will be leading the Moragasmulla outfit. And we are just minutes away from kickoff.
And here's the team lineup for Solid FC. Have Daniel Arubison, Halik Ahmed, Robinson Reynolds, A. Alexson, Kennedy John Raj, Henry Chibuze, Sri Muliridharan, Jabesh, S. Jnanapuram, the captain of course, and Thevadas Nilujan at the goal. Of course, we have Khanes Mithusan and Mensa Prince as well. In the substitutes, we have Adilakun, Murukaya, Uday Kumar, Rakan, Jayakoshan, Pritap Thabaran, and also the head coach, Viz. S. Sivanation. Was the team lineup for Moragasmulla. The captain, of course, Mohammad Shifan. And we have Ayanta Shah in that goal. Mohammad Katim, Hatim Ahmed, Hansa Kalhara, Tisara De Silva, Pubudu Sakulada, Shamal Shamod, Dilan Madhushankar, Nimala Dhananjaya, Iresh Utpala, and of course, this team is coached by Naina Mohammed.
An experienced head, Naina Mohammed, will be hoping to turn things around after that disappointing outing against St. Mary's last week. Solid SC, on the other hand, they did manage to scrap a 1-0 win against Supersan last week. Kennedy John Raj with a brilliant goal, and Mensa Prince with a man of the match performance in that midfield. Both of them will be playing a crucial role for these men in orange today under the lights in Racecourse.
And the stage is set here for both these teams to battle it out for that top 4 space. Of course, like you mentioned, Atif, John Raj and Mensa Prince, 2 names that will be instrumental today for Solid FC if they are to secure themselves a victory.
Physical battle won by Solid SC. Good start, I would say, from Solid, trying to replicate what they did in the previous week. They did show that they are one of those teams trying to play with possession and trying to build up from the back. So good signs shown by Solid SC in the last week, and coach Sabanath Sivanesan will be hoping his lads to do the same here under the lights against a low-riding Moragasmulla outfit. A poor free kick on that occasion from the Moragasmulla player, gifting away possession quite cheaply. Here's Mensa Prince playing that all-important number 8 role for Solid.
John Raj on the ball there, that time robbed from him. Done well by the Moragasmulla defense. Wild poke at the ball. We have 2 players going behind it, and it's Moragasmulla who get the ball there. Here's a cross, a poor cross, I would say, right to the feet of the Solid player.
Indeed, a poor cross. Mohammad Hatim, one of the better players in the Moragasmulla outfit. Naina Mohammed might have hoped Hatim Mohammed with a better delivery there, but nothing doing on that occasion for Moragasmulla.
Solid FC now with an opportunity to come up with an attack. However, they go for that long ball, lose possession. Moragasmulla on the counter aren't as successful as they would have liked to be. They've got a player down.
Indeed, it is Mohammad Katim rather, the goal scorer against Sri Lanka Police 2 weeks back in their only recorded win, Moragasmulla SC. One of their instrumental players, Mohammad Katim, carries international experience as well in the junior ages. Mohammad Katim will be one of those players to change things, change the fortunes rather, for Moragasmulla SC. Nimala Dhananjaya with a flighted delivery into the box. Nimala Dhananjaya did not have his best of games against St. Mary's. Almost had an own goal under his name, but was quite fortunate not to do so. And Coach Naina Mohammed and himself might have done loads and loads of homework in the break time they had. And here's Solid SC. Again, building up from the back, but trying to find one of their men, Chibueze, in the box.
Goalkeeper almost fumbles the ball there. Done well to recover both these teams playing a lot of long balls from the back, Atif. However, neither of those have actually resulted in anything productive for these teams.
Indeed, so far they have not done anything noticeable with their long balls, but Solid are showing some good signs compared to both these sides, but still neither of the goalkeepers are tested yet. A very important game for Antashavinder, coming from the last week. Had a brilliant first half, then all went downhill for him in that second half, with him having cramps on his calf, and it will be a very important 90 minutes coming up for Antashavinder, the man in goal for Moragasmulla SC. Chibueze giving away the ball in a good position for Solid there. Brilliant bit of footwork from Mithusan. Here's Solid. And call is for a shirt pull there. It was a rather soft foul given away in favor of Moragasmulla, but nevertheless, again, the linesman calls it for a free kick. Offside, rather.
Solid once again going for that long ball. Not finding their player. However, they managed to regain possession. Flighted delivery to the wing, John Raj. Still in possession of the ball, fighting away two Moragasmulla players. And here's Mensa Prince.
Here's Chibueze with an opportunity, but good defending there by Muhammad Shifan and Nimala Dhananjay combining for Moragasmulla.
It's very refreshing to see Solid's high press as well. That's not something that a lot of teams do. In this situation, that's something that's bearing them rewards as well. They're not allowing Moragasmulla to settle down. Here's Moragasmulla once again with an opportunity to create something here. Down the left flank, Moragasmulla, player in an offside position there. It's not called. Here's Solid once again, unable to retain the ball this time. Pass hugging the touchline there. Moragasmulla now with a good chance to make something out of this free throw. Done well there by Solid to suffocate that attack. Here's Mensa Prince, flanked by two defenders. Offside call once again. This is good awareness by the Solid defense. This is the third time during the game that they've managed to play that play offside. Long ball once again. Good rush defense there by Solid. Possession retained. Looks like the ball has just chipped the referee there. So it will be
down the wing for Moragasmulla and too good for Katim.
there was some good pace there shown by Mohammad Katim. However, good recovery as well by the solid defense Mithusan to stop that attack.
Done their homework by the looks of it. Trying to hit solid on that counter attack. So far, been a good end-to-end contest here at Racecourse with Moragasmulla SC. Hit again with possession. Imran Daranja looking for options. Goes over the top. Mohammad Hatim. Over the Sakula Derada. That was with the opportunity.
Here's Solid now with a chance to counter. Will they be looking for that cross? There's that cross, however, well defended by Moragasmulla.
Very good run into the box, driving it forward and winning a corner. Good stuff from the skipper Jana Rupert.
An attacking set piece now for Solid FC. They've got those tall players inside the box. Lobbed into the edge of the ball there. Edge of the box, apologies.
With the cross and Prince. And here's the shot and what a strike. Prince of Prince.
That was a satisfying shot there. Beautiful. And this is what they want from their star overseas player, Solid FC. Beautiful. Got it on the volley there. And struck it to the back of the net. Connected it as well as he could. Mensa Prince gets that early breakthrough here for Solid FC. And putting some pressure on Moragasmulla now.
Those last 5 minutes or so, it was all Solid FC. Creating chances left, right, center, and as a result of it, they are in the lead. Courtesy Mensa Prince with a bullet strike. But the sweet spot of his boot as well, Pilar.
Definitely. Moragasmulla will have to do something now here. They can't let Solid FC run away with momentum. Here's the winger. Through ball to Chibuze. Fortunately loses possession there.
Good bit of football from Moragasmulla, trying to play that position-based football. Mohammad Hatim. Intervention. Here's Kennedy John Raj. Goes with a diagonal delivery.
Solid FC still retaining the ball. Here's a through. Well defended there and the ball's loose. Good recovery by the keeper, but that's offside.
It second time we have seen to be hit by the ball.
Not the luckiest of days for the referee here. Sampath Liyana Gunawardana. And this will be a drop ball now for Moragasmulla. Here's Moragasmulla now with an attacking opportunity that they've just let slip away there. They cannot just let possession drift away like that. And now here's the number 5 for Moragasmulla. Here's the cross. Well intercepted, but ball still in possession of Moragasmulla, and well done there by solid defense to stop that attack.
The best touches from Tisara De Silva there. Moragasmulla created a good opportunity, but that was touch from Tisara De Silva. From Muhammad Kasim down the middle has been quite active down that left wing for Moragasmulla SC, running up and down and creating chances. Top of product. Has been haunting Moragasmulla SC throughout this campaign.
Little too much on that through ball there. This is some very, very good attacking football by Solid FC. Moragasmulla doing good to keep up. However, they also have that pressure of having conceded a goal in the opening minutes of this game. Referee having a word with the Solid player there. Will be interesting to see what Moragasmulla do here. They have an opportunity to go at goal from a very kickable range here.
Opportunity. He has got a wicked left foot up on his sleeve, Bilal. And we'll see what he does here. Will he go for goal, or will he try to lock into the box and try to find one of his men? Here's Garage. Goes low this time and straight away makes contact with the wall.
Moragasmulla still with the opportunity to make something out of their position here.
Catching himself in an offside position. Good high line of defense shown by the Solid SC outfit. From the defense line led by Daniel Arubison. He was good in the last week. Now he has turned up here as well, doing what he does best for Solid SC. couple of weeks for Moragasmulla in that midfield area. Pisara De Silva, not is expected from him. Good quality player, Pisara. Let me show his skills tonight, Pisara De Silva.
Lobbed into the box there by the solid player. No one to receive that pass. Safely into the hands of the goalkeeper, and now here intercepted by Mensa Prince.
And going back to that goal from Mensa Prince, after goal it was like proper technique shown from Mensa Prince, made in the meaty part of his boot, no mistake, and can't say anything to Shavind as well. It's pretty much unsavable.
Definitely, Atif, and I think that goal, that opportunity was a reward of the high press that was shown by Solid FC. Wayward shot there. And Solid FC, of course, even in the previous few matches, in those first few minutes, they have been quite intense. They have given it their all in those first few minutes, and this time they've managed to reap their rewards from it.
They didn't have the best of starts to this campaign, drawing against St. Mary's in week number 1, then going down against Pelicans 4-1. So good recovery shown from Solid SC into the second half of the season. Here's an opportunity, and this time Nimala Dhananjay has put the ball into, it's Muhammad Shifan rather, has put the ball into back of his own net.
That will be very, very disappointing for the Moragasmulla players there. As a lob, and there was only one player in the box there, and Shifan attempting to head the ball away. Instead, he just caresses it gently into the back of the net of his own goal. And Solid will take it. They'll definitely take it. There are 2 goals up now in this first half itself, in the opening half of this first half. Moragasmulla will have to make sure that they put that mistake behind them.
Own goal scored in favor of Solid.
It's interesting, Atif, to see how there are around 5 players in the back line there when Moragasmulla is attacking. I think they are yet to recover from that own goal, and it's something they'll have to put at the back of their minds for the moment now. They still have a lot of minutes in this game. They still can do something to salvage this game for themselves here.
Definitely, they do have loads of minutes in this game remaining, but still Solid SC all throughout this 23 minutes running riots. Here's Solid SC yet again.
Cutting that pass there. Coach will not be happy about the performance his team has shown so far. There have been moments of excellence, however, too few and far in between to make anything out of the opportunities. And Moragasmulla, Atif, are yet to create any sort of threat to the Solid goalkeeper as well. And I think that's credit also to the Solid defenses who have shown very good awareness so far. They've almost completely taken the striker out of the game whenever he has strayed too far in front. Those offside traps working like a charm for Solid here. Solid now with the counter, but at that instance cleared away by Nimala Dhananjay.
Nimala Dhananjay almost scored an own goal last week, but this time Muhammad Shifan, his skipper, doing one better, but not for his side, but for Solid. As I was racing training grounds, and they have done really well in the past couple of weeks.
And here's Solid now with an opportunity to make it 3. And he cuts it past the keeper, and that's a goal. That's the third goal for Solid. Coming in this 26th minute. The Moragasmulla defense was almost asleep there. Henry Chibuze getting that goal for Solid this time. And it looks like the floodgates have opened, Atif.
Jersey number 9, Henry Chibueze.
With that long ball, and Henry Chibueze, nothing wrong there. Brilliant finish, going around the goalkeeper, taking his time, and clinical finish there by Henry Chibueze. Brilliant, brilliant from Solid. No answer whatsoever for this Moragasmulla defense. They have been outplayed in this 26 minutes or so. Henry Chibueze, your goal scorer.
The Moragasmulla defense almost looking a bit complacent there, Atif. They're not very proactive, not reacting well to the counter-attacks by Solid either. They showed some very good composure in the first few minutes, but it looks like these continuous goals have affected how they see the game.
Consistent from Moragasmulla SC's defense, but Solid SC have rewarded very nicely John Raj, and the kicking much better player than the Kennedy John Raj.
Definitely, he has been instrumental. Here's that shot. Not curling enough there. Has been instrumental for Solid SC. Has Kennedy John Raj, and he's shown some brilliance whenever he's on the ball. And off the ball as well. Whenever the opposition team is in the attack, he makes sure he tracks back and gets that defense as well.
Prince winning the ball. Using his physicality, good use, Prince. Here's the Prince yet again, controlling the midfield like a boss. Yeah, been brilliant for Solid. Henry. Vitusa. Still with Solid SC.
Here's Solid once again with an opportunity to counter. Mensa Prince. On the ball, but play stopped.
Consistent patterns of play, they are very structured. They have been very good with the ball, and they synchronize well as a team. It's 3 goals to nothing here. All the kudos should go to their coach, Sabana Sivanesan. Brilliant work he has done after the disappointing first couple of weeks.
Definitely, Atif. We've seen how they've grown as a team as the tournament has progressed. They've got those mainstays, those dynamic playmakers as well, in the forms of Prince and John Raj.
Proper number 9, going up and down, doing his defensive duties to the point, and also he has been rewarded with a goal. Will be elated, Henry Chibueze. He deserves it. there for Moragasmulla. That's very Arbison there.
I think the Moragasmulla attack almost seems a bit too predictable at this point. They keep passing to that left wing and they are expecting the left wing to make something out of nothing there. Mohamed Khatim on that left wing.
Expecting beat and to that left wing. And Mohamed Khatim certainly has the quality, but it's not a one-man game. A team game. Beautiful game of football. Mohamed Khatim has done nothing wrong so far in the game, but also nothing to take away from Solid SC's defense, led by Daniel Arbison, that number 2 jersey.
Definitely, they've done their homework. They know the players who Moragasmulla depends on to create an attacking threat, and they've made sure to nullify those threats, and they've done extremely well so far in this first half hour or so of this game. And oh my dear, what's going on here, Atif? From the keeper's hand straight to the back of the goal. Disbelief in the stands, disbelief in the players' faces.
Disbelief in the comeback as well. Brilliant in-swinging delivery there by Mensa Prince and Anta Shavinda. Having a howler here. Punching it into the back of his own net, Anta Shavinda. And the worries continue. Moragasmulla SC as the Solid SC take a
Scored in favor of Solid.
as they make it a 4-goal lead.
Everything going wrong for Moragasmulla in their own box here. First, it was their captain. And now, the goalkeeper. They'll need someone here to do something, to spark something for them. Because at the moment, they seem to have dropped their shoulders here, Moragasmulla. They look thoroughly defeated. And if you would see that replay there as well, the goalkeeper just asking to be subbed off. And here's John Raj now. He'll try to, brilliant piece of skill there to dribble past 2 defenders and still with the ball in hand. Though he's lost a bit of ground there.
John Raj is toying with the Moragasmulla defense here after going 4 goals up. Just 33 minutes into the game.
That last goal was really unbelievable, Atif. For a moment, we just did not know what to say.
Everyone ended up speechless, not only us in the combox, but spectators around us as well. Everyone was in disbelief. All the hands were on their heads as well. I mean, it's very unlikely of Anta Shavinda, one of those players who can make a difference for Moragasmulla SC. But not today. Here's Solid SC. Yet again, poor piece of defending, and in the meantime, they have conceded a free kick. That will be the first yellow card, I believe. The worst thing that could happen for Moragasmulla SC is going one man down at this point, Bilal.
That would be disastrous for the team here. And I think this is the point in the game, Atif, where the captain or the coach has to, speak to the players, make sure they are not down in the dumps, that they put these mistakes behind them for the moment and concentrate on the game ahead. They have an entire half so far. They have an entire half and a few more minutes in this half so far, and it looks like Prince will be going for that cross there. But good work by the Moragasmulla wall to stop that. And here's Solid once again. This time not resulting in a goal.
And by the looks of it, from the touch lines, Bilal, it will be Mutusha, the substitute goalkeeper, will be making his way into replacing their mainstay as the Shavinder. And there'll be two more substitutions for Moragasmulla. Not good signs for the team in light blue and the coach Naina Muhammad as the goals continue to build on their side. They're talking about surprises, Bilal. The current FA Cup champions Crystal Palace has been knocked out from a six-tier English club in the FA Cup today, just hours ago.
Some insane results, Atif, and this is what football is all about, Atif. You can create something out of nothing. You can redeem yourselves against the big players, and this is something that these Moragasmulla players who are being subbed in now can also do. They can make sure that they make a difference here. They are in with a clean slate. They should focus on making an impact, showing their class, and showing how they can impact the game here.
And when was the last time you saw a goalkeeper being substituted in the first half without getting injured, Bilal?
Definitely, Atif.
Something is happening under the lights here at Racecourse, and can join through the Papare on your comfort from your homes and Sri Lanka Football Facebook and Sri Lanka Football YouTube channels as well, as we bring you all the live pictures here from the Racecourse International Stadium. Prince, cheap giveaway there by Mensa Prince. Here's Muhammad Hatib.
Something that Solid SC also cannot afford, should not do rather at this point in the game, is be complacent with the number of goals they have. We've seen many times where teams who are up ahead have taken a sort of defensive approach. They've been complacent, and that has come to bite them in the back. Miscalculated cross into the box there. But some good signs after that infusion of the fresh legs for Moragasmulla. Playing a bit more with a bit more venom here as opposed to the opening minutes. These players also will have a point to prove for themselves. Wayward pass there by Solid. Mistakes that we did not see in the opening few minutes or the opening quarter of the first half. But as we are approaching that second half, the fatigue might also be creeping in. Yes, Solid now once again goes for goal. Well done there by Mutusha, right into his arms.
The world of good false confidence, Mutusha, after Moragasmulla's number one howler. Again, lifting away the possession. Yes, Chibueze making a run, but yet again Mutusha doing well.
This time just a little too much on that through ball. But here's Moragasmulla now. Approaching the box, but the keeper does well.
Did not have the expected weight there in his back pass. The solid number 4. Robinson Reynolds, that was almost caught off guard. Doing his duties to the point. Dropping back, winning the ball, and Mensa Prince here.
John Raj making a run in the wing. Chibueze unable to release the ball on time. Here's Moragasmulla now. The lob into the box there.
Spotting that lob ball a bit late. Had reacted a bit quickly. Would have been a good opportunity for Moragasmulla. Nevertheless, it's the first corner for the lads in light blue.
Here's an opportunity now for Moragasmulla to create a dent. And a lob. And that goes in. Here's Moragasmulla now with a comeback. That's Mohammad Shifan, the captain, who does brilliantly to guide the ball into the back of the net. This will do a world of good for Moragasmulla Atif. Here's the replay.
Goal for Moragasmulla. Jersey number 7, Hansa Alvaro.
We have got the confirmation. It is Pubudu Sapula there. As we speak, Mensa Prince agonizingly shot there, just over the crossbar, testing Mutusha. Pubudu Sapula there was his second goal this campaign. First goal coming against Pelicans to equalize things. Here Solid with an opportunity and a brilliant save by Mutusha there. Coming off his lines and sliding it. Brilliant football all around. Moragasmulla all of a sudden.
Getting their act together here in this final few minutes of the first half. Of course, the coach Naina Mohammed will be delighted by how the infusion of his bench into this game has changed the pace of the game. That's exactly what you would want from your substitute players.
And also special mention to go to Mohammad Khatib. What a brilliant cross that was. Quality corner kick coming, an insulin delivery. That is the quality Mohammad Khatib brings into this team, Bilal. And rightly so, he has showed why he is one of those mainstays for the lads in blue.
Definitely all Pubudu Sakulada had to do at that point was to stay exactly where he was. And what was the goalkeeper doing all the way there, Atif?
A lapse of concentration by the goalkeeper there, Nilujan. A brain-favored moment, one could say. But nevertheless, no harm done for Solid SC. Goes long, and this time yet another corner for Moragasmulla SC. This is a good sign for Moragasmulla to end up the first half.
And it's Khatim once again who will take the free kick, the corner. This time doesn't result in a goal. And here's Solid now.
There will be a minimum of 2 minutes of added time.
That run ball given away by the Moragasmulla centre half.
Here's Nimala Dhananjay now. Huge cross, huge lob into the box, but well negated by the goalie. In these opening few minutes, apologies, in these closing few minutes, Moragasmulla have just managed to get the act together here. And that goal right before halftime will do them a world of good in terms of their confidence as well. They'll be going into the stands, into their dugouts, knowing that they can, of course, penetrate this solid defense if they do play some good football, some creative football, which is much needed here. And that's the end of half-time here. Solid, of course, with a huge advantage. They are 3 goals up. Moragasmulla doing well just to pull one back in those dying minutes, courtesy of a brilliant free kick by Mohammad Kathim, gently nudged into, corner by Mohammad Kathim, gently guided into goal by Pupudu Sakulada. And here's the halftime confirmation.
जल दे रहा से चैंपियंस लीग एक हाथ गैस में हैंगुमन किक में जब ये नरमने भागी दुलाने भी दी दस्ते गोल एक गन्ना इसी सरसने समरोक वेने साथ देने
pride and fame. For every child who dreams again. No borders here, no fear, no end. Just one dream that we defend. மரங்கள் கிக்க ஆகாமே, களத்தில் உறுதியாய் மின்னவும் நாமே. Champions League வரவே, உணர்வதற்கே தருமே.
Cheer එකයි කැම්මක් දෙන්නේ කොල්ලෝ සෙට් එකම එක් වෙන්නේ ගෝල් එකට කික් එක දෙන්නේ Champions League මේ ඇරමෙන්නේ One game, one heart Champions League සටනයි ඇරමෙන්නේ දිවි දෙන්නේ ජය ගන්නේ එක සිහිනට අපි යන්නේ One game, one heart Champions League where dreams take part Raise your flags, feel the art Football, one game, one heart Hey oh, one dream, one star Hey oh, one game, one heart Champions League, forever
And we are back for the second half of this game. It's Moragasmulla versus Solid. Solid leading by 3 goals. 2 Moragasmullas, single goal in the dying minutes of that first half. And what an interesting first half we've had so far. I think that's the best word to describe it. We've had 2 own goals. One by the captain and the other by the goalkeeper. Something that you don't usually see. But this second half will be a chance at redemption for Moragasmulla.
Definitely, this will be a chance for redemption for Moragasmulla. 45 minutes yet to be played in this encounter. They did show some energy in the back end of the first half, Moragasmulla SC. But as you mentioned before, Bilal, lots and lots of work to be done in order to make a comeback into this game, Moragasmulla SC.
Definitely, it's not impossible, but a very steep hill to climb for Moragasmulla. And what do you think the halftime talk for Solid would have looked like, Atif?
Just keep doing what you have done in that first half. Look back at the positives and just keep doing it. But on the other hand, Moragasmulla SC halftime talk would have been a completely different talk, Bilal.
Definitely, and Moragasmulla, they'll have to find some new avenues of attacking as well. Something that we noted in the first half also. They always go to Mohamed Katim in that left flank.
Definitely, rightly said. They should seek those new avenues other than Mohamed Kasim. Shout is for a free kick. That was Kennedy John Raj who went down. Did look like an infringement there, but referee says otherwise. It's definite. Was there a bit of contact, but was it a dive?
Slight bit of contact, but referee doesn't deem it a foul. Luck going the way of Moragasmulla in this opening first minute.
And off the blocks, they are pressing really hard here from the offsets in the second half. Almost creating an opportunity from that. Good signs from Naina Mohammed's men.
Very good signs, and I think very encouraging for the fans as well to see Moragasmulla turn up the heat in this second half, because they've been guilty of being complacent in that first half, the attack and the defense as well. Prince going for a long range shot there, but misses a goal by a mile.
A shot with hope, I must say, from Mensa Prince. Bossed the midfield in the first half. The overseas signing for Solid SC. Here's Arbison doing really well there. Brilliant piece of work from the Solid SC defenders. And I like the link up, the way Mensa Prince is linking up with the defense and the forwards. It is brilliant, and that link up has made the major problems for Moragasmulla, from what I believe, Bilal.
Definitely, Atif. I think Prince is one of those players who know the weaknesses and strengths of his own teammates inside out. That showed in the previous game as well, where he linked up with Jayraj quite a bit and then finally got that goal.
John Raja goes over the top. That wasn't the prettiest piece of defending there, not the best of back passers, but Moragasmulla can breathe a sigh of relief there.
Nimala Dhananjaya going for that long pass once again. Solid defense, just allowing it to trickle down into the touchline.
So far, solid performance from the solid outfit. Still lot to be played in this encounter. Poor piece of distribution from the substitute goalkeeper Hevage Mutusha. Very soft there by Pubudu Sakula. It was going down, but quite effective, I must say. Sabanath Sivanesan won't be shy to test his bench as well. He has quite a few quality players on the bench as well. Adilakuna Adelu did start the previous game for solid, but this time finds himself in the bench. But he will be making an impression off the bench for sure. And those substitutions for solid SC won't be that far away. Sabanath Sivanesan with this 3-goal cushion will be hoping to give some well-deserved rest for his starting 11. And as we speak, here's Moragasmulla SC building up from the back. Muhammad Kasim. Good bit of defending there by Bitusan. And the ball given away cheaply. Here's Muhammad Kasim with an opportunity to cross it in. Brilliant. Brilliant from Arbison. Just too good at this point, solid SC, Bilal.
Definitely. There was some promising play by Moragasmulla as well. Probably the best passage of play we've seen so far in this match. And here's solid with a counter now. Opportunity to make a cross into the box.
Jnanarupan, the skipper, fighting, but still keeps the ball. Here's Jnanarupan spreading the play. Chibueze with the overlap. Chibueze crosses it in. John Raj takes a touch, takes two. Here's John Raj. Takes some room and here's the shot. John Raj, what a save. Good bit of work from Hevage Mutusha. It was deflecting, not the easiest ball to dealt with. Good bit of play there by solid SC. Catching the Moragasmulla defense off guard. And equally well done. Well done from Mutusha there.
Definitely came through the legs of the defenders. So not a lot of visibility for Mutusha as well. But he did well to anticipate that shot and get himself between goal. Wayward cross there by Kathim.
One of the best through balls all day from Moragasmulla, and Muhammad Kathim doing no justice there with a wayward cross. I mean, good signs from Naina Mohammad's men coming off the blocks from that disastrous first half.
Definitely a stark contrast, especially when they are off the ball as well. They are pressing high here. It's something we did not see much in the first half. And here's Jairaj once again, thundering down the flank. And a perfect cross. He goes for the header instead. The ball lands at his feet. That could have been a perfect goal.
That was a pinpoint from John Raj. Found his wing back in the far post, and this time Chibueze does no mistake. Brilliant finish, brilliant football from solid SC. A textbook header back into the net from Henry Chibueze.
Wave after wave of attack coming here, and the Moragasmulla defense just can't keep up. They missed one opportunity, and the second one got it perfectly down. Chibueze with that header. Beautiful cross there into the box as well, Atif.
It was the skipper, Jnanarupan. He has been one of the mainstays. It is Mithusan rather with the cross. Perfect cross into the box, finding his number 9. Chibueze does no mistake there. Good hang time and a brilliant finish as Solid SC restore their 4-goal advantage.
5 goals now to their name. Solid FC. Of course, 2 of those came from own goals. But very well orchestrated play by the Solid players here. Especially something very notable is the composure shown by these players. Even in that previous goal, they had one chance that was completely dropped. And then to come back again with a perfect cross like that, very good calmness and composure shown by the Solid players. Prince once again, and a little mistake by the defense, and the ball just grazes past the post there. That could have been a good comeback for Moragasmulla. That was Dilan Madhushanka on the ball. Goes past the keeper and past the net as well. Could have been a crucial mistake by the Solid defense there. Solid have to be certain that they don't give the game away, although they do have a 4-goal lead.
Now the frustration has kicked in into these Moragasmulla players, throwing their arms all around, and that was really unnecessary. And he'll be a lucky chap not to get booked by referee Lena Gunawardana. Iresh Utpala, that was with the infringement. Iresh Utpala lives another day without a yellow card in this encounter.
It's not something you would definitely like to see on a football pitch.
And not something to encourage if you are a younger and budding footballer.
It's definitely the frustration that's now seeping in to these Moragasmulla players.
And as I mentioned before, Coach Sivanation has opted to go with his first substitution. By the looks of it, it will be Uday Kumar Sathipan making way, replacing Daniel Arubishan.
Daniel Arubishan, of course, has been a pillar of defense so far for Solid FC. And he deserves every bit of applause he will get from this crowd as he jogs off the pitch here.
Definitely a brilliant shift from Arubishan. And that's the end of his work for the day. Here's John Raj. Good cross in and safely dealt with there by Hevage Mutusha.
Proactive by the goalkeeper there, Mutusha. He anticipated that cross and came forward to intercept it. Good bit of defense there once again by Moragasmulla. This is the type of football you want to see them play. It's the substitute, Sathipan, just overcooking it that moment. Here's an opportunity for Moragasmulla. Cheaply given away their possession. Not the ideal pass you'd like to see from your left back to your centre back. Very well intercepted there by Solid to nullify that attack.
Mithusat. Jnanarupan here. Timely intervention there, but still Jnanarupan finds John Raj. John Raj cuts it back and takes a shot. But with his weak foot, did not have the venom. He would have expected the brilliant cutback.
Every time John Raj gets on that ball, you expect something to happen.
And that wasn't the most convincing piece of goalkeeping either. But nevertheless, Mutusha keeps it out of his net. And well-timed pass here. John Raj with an opportunity to cross. He does manage to cross, but overcooks it a bit. Alexan in the far post.
I have to say, Atif, the way Jana Rupan, the captain, and Prince have both controlled the midfield has been really commendable today. They've made those incisive passes. They've been brilliant in defense as well.
Definitely.
And here's Chibuze now making an overlap run.
Definitely, as you mentioned, Jana Rupan and Prince Mensa has been very good playing those important roles. Number 6 and 8, the conductors of a team, the number 6 and number 8, very vital roles. And Jana Rupan, the skipper, alongside with Mensa Prince, has done brilliantly well. And here's Chibueze, finds his man Alexan on the far post, making the overlap, but too much on that first touch, Alexan.
Heavy first touch there. Could have resulted in another goal for Solid. Moragasmulla players will be quite glad that didn't work out for Solid.
For the time being, Solid SC will be going up on that ladder on the points table. They'll be on the third place for the time being. They have played one game less compared to the other teams, and here's an opportunity for Moragasmulla. Well shielded there by the centre half for Solid.
A very balanced performance by Solid today, I would say. The attackers have made those attacking runs whenever needed to. They've been precise with the ball at their feet. Their midfielders have had a field day here. Controlled the game well, controlled the pace of the game well. They've slowed it down when needed to. They've quickened it up when the need arose. And their defense, Atif, brilliant. They've been on point today, the entire game. When it comes to those offside traps, when it comes to those interceptions, just doing the hard yards here. If they keep playing like this, Solid can definitely make a name for themselves in this tournament.
Definitely, they will be one of those teams to watch out going into the Super 8. Solid SC, if they manage to keep playing the way they have done in these 60 minutes or so. As we were speaking, there was a couple of substitutions for Moragasmulla. Coach Naina Mohammed hoping those substitutions will come to good, at least to diminish the damage from now on. Brilliant through ball there outside of his boot. Shamal Shamud, that was equally well defended there from Halik Ahmed. As you mentioned before, Solid SC has been rock solid in the back, I must say, and that was evidence for you. Halik Ahmed keeping Muhammad Khatim, one of the fastest players on the pitch, very quiet and the troublemaker. from Moragasmulla's point of view.
Skied high into the air at that instance. Ball goes out.
Also, something special from these solid players is the aerial ability. The hang time of each of these players, especially Henry Chibueze and Daniel Arbison in the centre half position. Here's Mensah Prince with an opportunity. Chips it over and brilliantly saved. Brilliant. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. That was Mutusha coming off his lines. Did not expect to chip him over, but did brilliantly there, Mutusha.
Moragasmulla will breathe a sigh of relief there. Prince with an opportunity to make it 6 goals here, to get a brace for himself. Attempts a cheeky little chip over the goalkeeper, but Mutusha staying calm, making sure he saves it.
High press coming in, good for Solid SC. John Raj clearly offside. Loads of frustration shown by John Raj. Maybe the fact that he's not yet on the score sheet. John Raj, one of those contenders to score a goal from Solid SC's point of view. But it's the team result at the end of the day. Does matter, and he has done brilliantly well, Kannadi John Raj.
Definitely. He has been instrumental in orchestrating some of those goals. Of course, his corner with pinpoint precision there. Curled in right into the lap of the oncoming attacker. Moragasmulla now. The long passes haven't been working for them. So they've resorted to building from the back.
I
Good
mean,
piece of skill there.
why not do it from the start itself? And there's an opportunity. Goes just over the crossbar there. And as I was speaking, why not do it from the offsets, Bilal, from the first half itself? Play with possession and build up from the back. Because we have seen some good signs from Moragasmulla since the start of the second half, playing possession-based football and building up from the back. They did manage to create a couple of opportunities.
Definitely, that's something that could have borne fruit for Moragasmulla had they changed tactics in that first half, instead of rather obstinately sticking to that one game plan. Oh, beautiful touch there by the number 5 Alexson, but well defended by Moragasmulla.
Playing with a long ball strategy against Solid SC might not be the best of options, as I was saying before. They are one of the best teams in the air from what I've seen so far in this campaign. And Naina Muhammad from the second half, he has opted to go with the possession-based football, and they did manage to create some opportunities, but not to find the back of the net. But here's Solid SC. Prince Chibueze still showing that urgency to win the ball. Brilliant. Brilliant. Just toying with the players here. Henry Chibueze. Just too good there from Akil. Halik Ahmad rather. Here's Alexan.
Gently attempts to nudge it towards John Raj. Well intercepted by Moragasmulla.
Here's
John Raj now.
John Raj.
Here's Alexan once again with an opportunity to cross. Chibuze inside. John Raj gets his head to the ball there, but just doesn't get the direction right. Did everything right there, except for the direction. John Raj still denied of a goal here. Good game management here by Solid as well. They know they're 4 goals up. They know they can afford to slow down the pace of the game a little bit. And considering how intense they've been in the first half, they can afford to slow down the game a little bit in order to ensure their players don't feel fatigued, don't feel tired in the dying minutes of the game.
Hansa Kalhara doing well to deny Henry Chibueze with his dancing feet. Alexan. John Raj. No numbers inside the box yet. Mensa Prince with that late run, but no harm done there for Moragasmulla. Launching an attack here, Moragasmulla.
And as we are approaching the 70th minute of the game, you can see the players, the fatigue just slightly creeping in. Those passes a little late. Those tackles a little too heavy. And play will be stopped now as the Moragasmulla defender has gone down.
That is a good sportsmanship shown by Henry Chibueze. They're 4 goals up, and why not kill some time off the game?
That's Nimala Dhananjay who has gone down. We hope it's nothing too serious here for the Moragasmulla player. Seems to have a slight limp as he's walking out.
You were mentioning about the players getting fatigued, but no signs whatsoever from the solid players. They seem to be like, they seem to look like one of those teams well conditioned and maintaining good fitness levels. Still, they show that urgency to win the ball at every given opportunity, especially Henry Chibueze. Dropping back, winning the ball, going forward. This is brilliant. Good stuff from the Solid SC conditioning staff.
And the coach will be very happy as well, because this kind of hunger is not something that you can actually coach to these players. So to see it imbued in the players' attitudes, in the players' systems in itself, will be something. Here's Solid once again.
To add to what I said, Solid SC looks like they have plenty of time when the solid players are on the ball and showing the pace they are possessing. And here's a solid with yet another opportunity. Here's Chibueze one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and very unfortunate that for Henry Chibueze being called offside there. Brilliant play there from Solid SC. All coming through the attackers. John Raj combining with Alexan. Then Henry Chibueze. Still showing hunger to get that sixth goal.
Marginal call, I would say, Atif there. Marginal call. However, on this side of the pitch, Tariq Nilar guilty of a foul.
If we had the VAR technology here, it would have been the sixth goal for Solid SC rather. Brilliant, a brilliant bit of footwork there. Henry Chibueze just toying with the players at the moment. And wins a free kick, and yet the goal scoring opportunity here for Solid SC.
Chibueze has really come to the fore here in this game. In contrast to last week, we didn't see much of him.
And Moragasmulla SC with their final and fifth substitution for the day. Mohammad Kathim making way to Tirne Hevage, a defensive replacement, maybe to minimize the damage to come. Here's a Mensa Prince. That was so close to find in the back of the net.
Quite an interesting substitution there, Atif. When you're 4 goals down, you bring off your star winger for a defender, Tirne Hevage. What do you make of such a substitution?
The only thing I can think of is damage control, Bilal. Not to concede that sixth goal. That is what I'm saying.
Something that will not serve them any purpose, unfortunately.
As the skipper Jana Rupan spreading the play. Alexan. Prince with plenty of space, but didn't have the legs there. Alexan. Trying to play those triangle passes, but the high press of Solid SC just coming too good for Moragasmulla.
Ball trickles away into touch as the Moragasmulla player charges towards it, unable to get it down on time. Here's Moragasmulla now. Valiant clearance by the solid number 14 there.
Chibueze
all over the field here in this second half.
Probably a contender for the man of the match award, Bilal. Been all over the pitch, going up and down, and a brace behind himself as well. Brilliant performance. Brilliant all-round performance from the number 9 for Solid SC.
Definitely, and that's the sort of shift you would like to see from your teammates as well. Not the type of player who always hangs in the front but someone who contributes by tracking back whenever needed, by making sure those passes are intercepted as well.
Definitely a Harry Kane-esque performance from Henry Chibueze there. Just reminded me of Harry Kane. He has been brilliant for Bayern Munich this season and in the previous season as well.
Definitely, and that's high praise for Chibueze here, and well deserved as well. And right as we are praising Chibueze, he is being substituted.
Substitution for Solid. Jersey number 5, A. Alexander, is replaced
It's
by
Mohamed Rakan
Jersey
who will be
Madiolu.
substituting Chibueze.
Henry Chibueze.
And Alexander is being substituted by Adelekun Adiolu. We expected this substitution from Sivanesan, Coach Sivanesan, bringing in Adielu. He has that ability to make the runs. Here's John Raj. Yet another shot with hope.
Two attacking substitutions made by the coach. And some fresh legs into the attack now, who will keep threatening this tired Moragasmulla defense here. Here's John Raj playing it to Adelu. Looking for a cross into the box. There's a solitary player there. Trickles away. Gnanarupan goes for the shot. Whizzes past the goal there. And it's all happening here for Solid FC. And Moragasmulla still with no proper answers.
Here's Adielu driving it forward. Still Adielu going forward, and it is a free kick in favor of Solid SC. Hansa Kalhar complaining there. Not the first time we are seeing Hansa Kalhar sliding into a tackle.
That was all legs there by the Moragasmulla number 7. Completely misses the ball.
One lucky chap, Hansa Kalhar. Not the first time we have seen him with an all-studs challenge.
Yes, Gnanarupan and Jabesh.
So far, Solid SC's delivery into the box has been pinpoint. Here's Gnanarupan. Coming later is Mensa Prince. That was a route in straight from the training grounds. Brilliant play there. Mensa Prince just a tad bit too late there.
Creative use of the set piece there. Jabesh making that run to confuse the defenders. Gnanarupan with a great cross into the box, and like you mentioned, Atif, Prince just a little too slow to get to the ball. Well stolen there by the substitute.
Rakan, that was Mohamed Rakan going down, but referee says there's nothing there to award a free kick. But this time, referee awards a free kick in favor of Solid SC. Yet again in an interesting position for Solid SC.
And once again, looks like it will be Mensa Prince, who will be taking the kick.
And look at the difference in the build. Mensa Prince, a massive unit bossing the midfield for Solid SC.
And definitely an intimidating presence in that midfield.
And you did mention about Moragasmulla not fielding any of the foreign players before the start of play, and all the difference has been made by those foreign players for Solid SC. Here's an opportunity for Solid to make it 6. Jnana Rupan not finding the best of contacts.
He will be disappointed by that there. He got boot to ball, but just unable to make good contact. And here's through ball by Prince. Good bit of dribbling there. Another cross. Well intercepted by Muthusha.
Yes, Moragasmulla spread in the play. Nothing much the Moragasmulla outfit can do from this position of the game. 4 goals down. Here's Solid. Yet again. John Raj.
Must be so encouraging for the Solid team as well to see John Raj still on the field in the 85th minute, still giving it his all. And I have to say, it's plays like that, the determination, the hunger shown by the players, that in these crunch moments put them above the rest. John Raj is showing that commitment paired with his skill as well. And here's Prince now with a long ball. Well intercepted. Well anticipated there by Mihiranga for Moragasmulla. Here's Sadeepan with the throw in.
Halik. Adielu making the run.
I have to say, Atif, what little we've seen of Mohammad Rakan so far, been quite impressed with how slick he's been on the ball. Very comfortable when he's on the ball there.
Definitely has made some vital passes, vital diagonal passes as well. Has been very good coming off the bench. Mohammad Rakan for Solid SC. A good substitution from Coach Sivanesan.
And a young player. Still a lot more to go. And here's Adelu now. Advancing into the box. He's looking for an option. Shot. Another one by Jnana Rupan. 2 shots, 2 consecutive shots blocked by the Moragasmulla defense.
Jnana Rupan be very frustrated with that. Good bit of defending from the Moragasmulla centre halves there.
He's had a few chances in this later stage of the second half. Jnana Rupan. Here's a long throw into the box once again. Well taken there by Muthusha. Have to say, Atif, this substitute goalkeeper for Moragasmulla has done extremely well.
Definitely, he was just a tad bit unlucky to concede that only goal in the second half, scored by Chibueze. But other than that, he has done brilliantly well. Some important saves by substitute Mutusha. Still pressing hard this solid outfit. Clumsy bit of work. Here's Hansa Kalhar. Pubudu Sakula Derada. Moragasmulla. And that should be called an offside, and it is called an offside by the linesman. Pubudu Sakula, that was in an offside position. Here's solid John Raj. Adialu with the overlap run. Brilliant through ball there by Adialu, and John Raj goes down. Just 30 seconds to go on regulation time here. And there'll be 4 minutes of added time by the looks of it, Bilal.
4 more minutes for John Raj to search for that elusive goal. And it looks like he will be taking the free kick.
Here's the confirmation. 4 minutes of added time. And as you mentioned, John Raj deserves a goal for his performance. Here's an opportunity. Jnana Rupan hits it wide again.
Once again, it's Jnana Rupan who receives that opportunity. Just unable to find the back of the net here.
Jnana Rupan has done everything right so far, but just that finishing touch is what lacking of Jnana Rupan. But he'll be a mighty pleased skipper, Jnana Rupan, with what his players has put on today. Brilliant performance from Solid, beating Moragasmulla all ends up here under the lights. Back-to-back wins it will be for Solid SC. Here's John Raj. And John Raj finally gets his goal. A well-deserved goal for Kennedy John Raj. Brilliant. And he celebrates it.
And in that instance, Mutusha could do nothing but watch as John Raj curls it into the goal there. Look at that shot. Trivela right into that right post. Beautifully done. And in this extra time, John Raj has managed to get on that scoreboard. And it's 6 goals now for Solid SC here. Here's the restart. Moragasmulla will have to go back to the drawing board, find some answers. They haven't had the best of starts to the campaign. And they'll have to come up with some answers in their remaining games as well. But Solid SC will be elated with their performance and will be elated to see how much their team has grown as well. Even from the last match to the current match. Solid SC have done everything right. They've had a little bit of help as well, because fortune favors the brave, and they've done exactly that. They started off this game quite intensely with their high press. They didn't allow the Moragasmulla defenders to settle. They kept troubling the goalkeeper, and here's a brilliant opportunity for Moragasmulla to score a late goal here in this game. But that's it. That has been the story during the entire game for Moragasmulla here. They've had chances. They've had unexpected flashes of brilliance all out of nowhere. But just that finish that has been lacking for them. That consistency that they've been lacking. What a game. What a dominating performance this has been by Solid SC.
Indeed, a ruthless performance from the men in orange, especially Henry Chibueze with a brace, then Mensa Prince, and do not forget about Kennedy John Raj. Finally, he did manage to get his goal. What a performance that was from Kennedy John Raj.
And of course, the defense led by Daniel Arubison. Sensational. A very, very balanced performance indeed, Atif, that Solid SC have put on for us today.
Definitely a rock solid performance from a solid outfit.
Moragasmulla will have to go back to the drawing board. We'll have to look for answers. They'll have to look for new avenues of attack, new playmakers to elevate their game for themselves.
And the confirmation is the man of the match for today's game is Sri Murildaran Jabesh of Solid SC. A good handy performance from the number 10 for Solid SC. And here's the full-time confirmation. Solid 6, Moragasmulla 1. A ruthless performance from Solid. Here are some highlights from that second half. John Raj was knocking on the door since the start of the second half to find his goal. John Raj yet again. This was an opportunity on the plate, but from that play, they did manage to score through Henry Chibueze. A brilliant header, textbook header to net the fifth goal for Solid.
Colourful celebrations as well. John Raj, a constant threat for the defense, paired up of course with Prince. Many opportunities for Janaruban as well to get his name, to get a goal for himself. Already got an assist with that cross. However, goes a miss for the captain. But a wonderful performance. Cannot take anything away. And here's that final goal. Just the icing on the cake for Solid SC here.
And it will be a one elated group, the Solid SC outfit, especially this coach Sabanath Sivanesan, with how his troops played out today. A brilliant performance from Solid. It's two back-to-back wins for Solid SC here, and back-to-back defeats for Moragasmulla. 10 goals conceded in 2 matches by the Moragasmulla defense. 4 against St. Mary's and 6 here. Not the best stat you need behind your backer, Bilal.
Definitely. And we have to say, the goalkeeper in the previous game, like you did mention, Atif, he did everything right. But in this one, just having a bad day. And Solid SC capitalizing early on with those high presses, putting a lot of pressure on the defense as well. They've definitely done their homework, and they've come out on top here to win their game and get those 3 points, important 3 points, if they are to proceed to the next round.
Yes, indeed, a brilliant performance from Solid.
Check one,
We have
check
been
one, check
using the
one,
word
mic testing one,
brilliant
check one. We are here at the Racecourse
to describe Solid's performance this evening quite a few times, and it was indeed a brilliant performance from Solid, defensively, offensively, and bossed the midfield as well. Mensa Prince was brilliant and a menace, and we have our man of the match for the day, Sri Muralidharan Jabesh, with Navod Vijay Vikrama downstairs. To you, Navod.
I'm joined with the man of the match for today. Solid SC's Sri Muralidharan Jabesh. First of all, congratulations, Jabesh. What do you think about your performance today? You're a marquee player as well, under 23 player. What do you think about your performance?
Indian the performance of the
முதல்ல நான் சொல்லணும்னா கோச்சுக்கு தான் சொல்லணும். கோச் தான் வந்து கைட் பண்ணி எல்லாம் செஞ்சார். நாங்கள் வந்து கொஞ்சம் ஹார்டாக தான் ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணாங்க. ஸோ அதனால தான் இப்படி விளையாட ஏழ்மையாக இருந்தது எனக்கு. அதே மாதிரி கேப்டனும் அப்படி தான் எங்களுக்கு நல்லா கைட் பண்ணார். அவரோட டீமும் அப்படி தான் சொல்லி டீமில் பெரிய அண்ணா மாதிரி நல்லா கைட் பண்ணாங்க. ஸோ அதெல்லாம் விளையாடப்படினார்.
Okay. He told he doing who could practice last week, also support coach and captain, so that's why he did well today, he told.
Thank you and all the best for the next few games.
Thank you.
And that was your man of the match for the day. A brilliant performance from Sri Muralidharan Jabesh. Did the boss the midfield alongside with Mensa Prince and skipper Jnana Rupan. And we have yet another interview. This time it's the winning coach, Sabana Sivanesan, down there with Navod.
I have here with me the head coach of Solid, Sivanesan Sabanath. Coach, what do you think about today's performance? It was a must-win game. Now four matches played, 2 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw as well. Now coming into the next few games as well, what do you think about today's performance?
Today's our team is a very good performance, but today's our team very hard match. But this match win and top points table. But this week, 2 week, our team very hard work and tactical workout. Today match just very successful.
So now you have a big chance of getting into the Super 8s as well. So what do you think? What are your plans for the next 2 games?
I think 2 matches or 1 matches win or draw and so qualify for the Super 8 and playing both well Super 8 matches.
Okay, and thank you. All the best for the next few games.
Okay, thank you.
And that was a one elated happy coach, Sabananta Sivanesan, a mighty pleased coach there. It will be a happy trip back for the Solid outfit, and a night to forget for the Moragasmulla outfit. And we have the losing coach with us, Naina Muhammad, downstairs with Navod. Over to you, Navod.
අප සමග එකතු වෙනවා මොරගස්මුල්ල කණ්ඩායමේ සහාය පුහුණුකරු මොහමඩ්. කෝච්, අද තරගය තවත් අසිරු තරගයක් තමයි මොරගස්මුල්ල කණ්ඩායමට. පළවෙනි විනාඩි 20 30 වගේ තේරුණා ටීම් එක කම්බිනේෂන් එකත් සෙටල් වෙලා තිබ්බේ නැහැ කියලා ගොඩක් මිස්ටේක්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් එකේ සිදු වුණා. ඒ ගැන ඔබේ අදහස්?
අපේ ප්ලේයර්ලා අත් දෙනාම ඉන්ජර් එකකින් හිටියේ. අපි ඊයේ තමයි අපි රෙඩි කරේ අයිස් බාත් එකක් දාලා ප්ලේයර්ලා රෙඩි කරේ ටූර්නමන්ට් එකට. ඒ කියන්නේ අපිට රෙස්ට් එකක් හම්බුණා. අපි එක දිගටම මැච් අතර ගාලා මේ මැච් පාම අපිට එක රෙස්ට් එකක් හම්බුන්නේ ප්ලේයර්ලාට. ඒත් අපි ඉන්ෆෝම් කරා අපිට රෙස්ට් එකක් දෙන්න මේ මැච් එක අපිට මේ උමුණා මැච් එකක් මේ මැච් එක අපි දින්නොත් අපි සුපර් 8 එකට අපි යනවා කියලා. ඒත් අපිට මේක ඩිසිෂන් එකක් හම්බුණා. ඒත් අපි ලෑස්ති වුණා ෆෙඩරේෂන් එකේ ඒ රූල්ස් වලට.
දැන් මොනවද ඉදිරි තරඟ වලට සූදානම? දැන් සුපර් chance එකක් තියෙන්න නොතිබෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. නමුත් ඊට පස්සෙත් සුපර් නොගියත් ඊට පස්සේ රෙලිගේෂන් රවුන්ඩ් එකත් තියෙනවා මොරගස්මුල්ල කණ්ඩායම.
ඔව්. ඉතින් දැන් අපිට මේ next week එකේ රෙස්ට් එකක් දැන් හම්බ වෙනවා. අපි ප්ලේයර්ස්ලාගේ ඉන්ජරිස් මේ රිපෙයාර් කරගෙන අපි ඊළඟ මැච් එකට සූදානම් වෙනවා.
Thank you. සුපර් තුමේ ඊළඟ වටවලට.
Thank you.
And like the coach mentioned, they'll be looking to come back strong during the next week's fixtures, putting their mistakes behind. And these are the results so far. We've had some very interesting, exciting games. And tomorrow we'll be having more live action for you from the Racecourse grounds. We'll be having St. Mary's versus Super Sun, two exceptional teams in Group A, who will be looking to battle it in Group B. Apologies. And of course, Papare City Club and Pelicans SC from Group B, who will be battling it out for those top 4 berths as well. Some very exciting games coming up tomorrow. St. Mary's and Super Sun, both some very strong teams. And we'll be wrapping off with that for the day. Join us tomorrow for some live action. This is Atif and me signing off for tonight.